in.
Did you know what you were going to get with Southside and G Herbo?
No. I did not know what I was going to get. I thought I did.
Was that real or was that like...
It was real. I feel like...
Real in what way though? Because I felt tried for you.
I wouldn't say that. It was real because we just sit down and talk like me and you, we just talk. Mm-hmm. And I could say, looking back on it, I'm so used to being the guy that's like, like going back and forth. So the fact that I was like, I'm going against two of them, that got me too. So I'm like, damn, they both. And then I was thinking too, I'm like, damn, is this for real? Did I do something to make them mad? So I'm in my head.
That's what
thinking.
I'm asking. Like, what did you do to make that?
Nothing. It was nothing.
He threw your hat. He used like...
But that's just how they play though. But I'm saying, look, that's how they play. But me, I could have said, hey, can we stop? Like, can we really get together? Me as a man, I could have did that, but I didn't.
You don't think your manhood was tried?
I don't think it was tried, but I'm saying, looking back at it, if I could do it differently, I would have been like, hey, let's get on the script. But like they said, they went in just saying, you play with people, we gonna come play with you.
Okay.
That was what it was.
Have y'all talked after?
Yeah, everything good. Everything was good then too. I don't think it was a problem. I was just more in debt of like thinking too much. And when this your platform, if I came in here doing this touch of your blade, you gonna be like, hey, chill out. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
But me, I'm just like, all right. It's content.
It's content.
But everything isn't content. Sometimes it's okay to speak up and say, hey, let's stop the camera.
I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. And I'm a fan of G Herbo as well as Southside. I think they're extremely talented producer and artists. But I think that line was crossed.
Yeah.
Or it's like respectful. That's why I'm like, if you or anybody with you would have said, hey, bro, put your cigar out, bro, like, it's gonna impact me, I would have definitely did it. You know what I'm saying? But I was looking at that, I was like, bro, okay, y'all going way too far.
But they came in matching the energy that I could have gave back.
But you was outnumbered.
Yeah, I was.
You wasn't gonna get far with that.
Yeah, I wasn't. That's why I didn't say shit.
Were you scared?
No, not scared. I was confused. More confused, like, damn, I'm like, when is it gonna stop? When we gonna get back to it? So that was that.
And then it got picked up by a lot of...
I didn't want that. I didn't want that. I didn't like that either.
You didn't like that it got picked up, but it was good for business though.
Nah. I mean, but if I could do it over, I didn't want to release the episode.
Why did you though?
Because I was told on my team, they said they wanted out. It was somebody on my team that was like, oh, they said it's okay with it being out. I was like, I don't know, because I don't think it was a good one. But if I could do it all over again, I wouldn't have released it.
It was one of those things, like, from a viewer looking at it, right? The clips were so intriguing that it forced people to, like, really want to go back and watch. And as I'm watching, I'm like, okay, bro, they bullying this dude. Like,
and you only feel like there's bullying because I didn't say nothing.
For sure. I don't think you could have said anything.
Yeah, I could. Just matching the energy. It wasn't bad. Like, they wouldn't like, yeah. If I could say it, it was some hood shit, like some people in the hood playing with you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, little man.
Nah, bro. I'm being honest.
Type shit.
They was trying to take it there. Like, it's two things. When they took your hat, threw your hat, then took your watch, threw your watch, went like, hey, bro, hey, hold on. We ain't playing no more. Like, this my platform. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, I respect y'all, and that's cool. And I'm not trying to make them look like bad guys.
You're just saying just anybody if you
I'm talking about a moment that the optics didn't look good.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Where you use certain language that's like, dickhead, shut up. Like, I hate, like, certain things, like, why are we doing that? Yeah. Especially in this dynamic of, black men. You feel what I'm saying? I think in our world, we have this armor up where, hey, dog, you good? You straight? You feel me? And everybody wants to be tough, or nobody wants to be labeled a hoe. They don't want to be labeled soft. They don't want to be labeled like, hey, bro. But it could get tricky being a comedian because, he the funny guy. Yeah. Look at this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Say something to make us laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy for people to disrespect you as if you are the clown.
Yeah.
how do you compartmentalize, or being in that situation, how are you to respond?
That's a good question. Sometimes it's just your aura. Your aura, sometimes you got to fix yourself and also carry yourself differently too. And also, I think people can feel not to play with him. You know what I'm saying? You can feel it.
Say it one more time.
Some people can feel not to play with him. It's different than what I thought.
Yeah.
That's like Dave Chappelle. I feel like when you get next to him, it's like, damn, this is a different day from what I see on TV.
Yeah.
So your aura is everything, how you carry yourself.
Do you think you should change your aura so people...
I have been working on it.
Okay.
Respect.
What is some of the steps? What was it impacted by that?
That was part of it too. Yeah.
You were not mad.
I was confused. Because I really didn't know. I thought this was coming from like, damn, do they fuck with me? Did something happen? So I was trying to figure it out. And then I'm like, damn, how long is it gonna go? You know, because that was me asking questions that I could have asked them. But me talking to myself, I could have spoke out loudly. That's what I could have did differently.
Another interview that, you did recently with B. Simone, right? And that caught a lot of attention and a lot of, wave of just the literacy situation. And for her, I mean, I don't know if it was, but in a lot of funny things, there's truth that's behind it too.
Right.
So I feel like when you got an opportunity to voice certain things about her, did you feel her energy kind of shift in discomfort?
Nah, I really feel it was a good intentions, and she was doing her job in her way of reading back everything that we talked about and let me know I'm listening with you. I'm listening to everything you said, and I'm gonna read it back to you, and bam, let me hear how you feel. So even that clip, they had to be in that room to read the energy and watch the full interview.
Yeah.
But when you watch that clip, it looked like that. So it was a good moment. To me, it was a funny moment where I was just like, this is my time to do the comedy.
Yeah.
Like, like when we talked about you being burnt, it was like, this is my time to say it. So just learning your comedy, like, this is my time. So me even saying that back to her, like, well, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Like, this is my time. Like, you know that too.
But it wasn't perceived of that because everything that you said
people took that clip.
Yeah.
But what I said was true because what she said was true. So I matched her comedy.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think she thought it was comedy, but it was my time to be
It was
funny.
a strategy.
Yeah.